The death of Captain Bobby Nash in the Season 8 finale of 9-1-1 was not just a major plot twist, it was a series-defining event that has fundamentally changed the show's landscape. While his heroic sacrifice was a moment of television drama at its peak, it has also sparked a debate among the show's devoted fanbase about the future of the beloved buddy relationship, with many fearing that this tragedy could be the very thing that ruins it. Bobby's death was a high-stakes, emotional gamble for the show. For 8 seasons, he was the heart and soul of the 118, a father figure not just to the team but to his surrogate sons, Buck and Eddie. His final act of selflessness, giving his antiviral medicine to Chimney, solidified his legacy. It was a beautiful, tear-jerking farewell that left his widow, Athena, and the entire team reeling. However, the emotional fallout from this loss is so immense that it presents a dangerous narrative opportunity for the show's writers. The central concern among buddy shippers, the dedicated segment of the fandom that champions a romantic pairing between Buck and Eddie, is that the show will leverage Bobby's death as a shortcut to a romantic payoff. For years, the relationship between Buck and Eddie has been a textbook example of a slow burn, built on a foundation of shared trauma, co-parenting, and deep emotional trust. Their bond has been the core of the show for many viewers. To have their relationship culminate in a hurried, grief-fueled confession would feel like a betrayal of that long-established trust. A scenario where Buck and Eddie, in the immediate, raw wake of Bobby's death, confess their feelings for each other or share a romantic moment over his body would not only be distasteful, but it would also devalue the very nature of their relationship. It would transform a complex, nuanced bond into a simple tragedy plus time equation. The fear is that the writers might succumb to the pressure to give the fans what they want, but do so in the cheapest and most emotionally damaging way possible. Furthermore, some fan theories suggest a more complex, and potentially more toxic, use of Bobby's death. One theory suggests that the tragedy could cause a rift between Buck and Eddie, with Buck struggling with his grief and pushing Eddie away, forcing a conflict that would be painful for viewers. Another, more elaborate theory, suggests that Bobby's death could lead Buck to a new spin-off show in Nashville, where he falls for a new character who turns out to be Bobby's long-lost son, a move that would permanently end the buddy storyline in a particularly ironic way. The series has a chance to prove its commitment to its characters' emotional journeys. A good storyline would see Buck and Eddie lean on each other for support, showing their deep bond without turning it into a romantic cliché. Their relationship could be strengthened by the shared experience of grief, evolving into something deeper and more meaningful, whether it's platonic or romantic. Bobby's death should be a catalyst for their growth, not a cheap trick for a ratings boost. As 9-1-1 heads into its 9th season, the way the show handles the aftermath of Bobby's death and its impact on the rest of the team will define its future. For many, the true test will be how they navigate the buddy relationship. To squander years of character development for a shocking moment would not only be a disservice to the fans but a disservice to the legacy of Bobby Nash himself, a man who, above all else, prioritized the well-being and genuine connection of his family at the 118.